guys. So let's start the prediction of this week, and we, as always, start with the S&P. This is the SPY ETF 4-hour chart. So what we see a big uptrend, correction with profit taking, consolidation, moving up, and try to shake off, and then another move to the upside, reach the target, which was the 480 almost, and then a big drop, another second drop, and profit taking, which pushed the price up, and another big drop. So what we can see here, that when the price is in this region, when it's moved up, small candle compared to the move down, big candle to the downside. At Friday, it opened with a gap down and filled the gap, and also after hours managed to make a cross in the stochastic, which means that we might see a little bit pull to push to the upside, and this is the beginning of maybe the beginning of the downtrend. It hasn't been confirmed yet, because you can see this is the high, this is the lower high, and this is a low, and this is not lower low. So if we manage to cross to the 455, and it will make the lower low, which means we are in the downtrend, at the second phase of the downtrend. But at the moment it's in a range. If I check my algorithm, my algorithm is basically easy to see. The push to the upside, the price can move probably to the 460, almost 9 area. Someplace here can find some resistance and then push lower. And another scenario is the 460 area. If it managed to break the 460 area, and we see a close below this line, it will push lower, and the bottom from this prediction, it's not so good for the longer term. The bottom is the 455, which is okay as a bounce, you can see here. And if we, let's say here, and below the 455 we have the 435, which is, as you remember, a key zone to the let's say crash of the market. You can see it here. If we go back, see what happened. It's managed here, it's broke to the 426. My zone was 435, and it's bring the buyers. They didn't want to push the market to the downside, and we might face it all over again here. So do we see a continuation next week? I think not. I think it might try to make a push, but at the moment it's too extended with those two candles. So it might push to the 464 again, someplace here, 462, bounce and then push up. It's one scenario. In the longer term, it will reach the 469, and from that point I will look for a short. Why? Because this is moving up, so it can move up and see what happens. This is a short continuation, so you can see it here. This was good opportunity for short, guys. This is a short continuation. This one is a big candle dropping to the downside, and see what happens when there is a big candle to the downside. It's acting like a gap, because not a lot of people manage to participate in all this big move, and they want another chance. So when the price is going up, let's say to the 50% of this candle, so if this is the high, this is the low, this is the 50%, the price tend to come to the middle of the range and then try to decide what to do. And this was good opportunity. And then we have another big candle to the downside, so the price might reach to this point. So by looking at the price action, by looking at the algorithm, by looking at the stochastic, everything say that the price would like to reach to the 468, and from there decide what to do. It may find some selling pressure, and with this selling pressure, maybe they will move all of their short position, and then the buyers can come in from the 466. You can see how many times it bounced from the 466. People bought here, they bought here, here, and here, and here, and here. So maybe the seller will move off, sell all the position, and then the buyers will come to push it again. But at the moment, I will look for the short. You can scalp it for much shorter time frame, but in the longer time frame, look for the short opportunity, because it might push the price higher. And while doing so, and even if the price can move above this, let's say the price will move here, it will make something like this, and then it will be a reversal, which means the price managed to move and make an higher high, put all the people in long position, and then it will reverse, because this is a very power short continuation with reversal, and then it will break immediately to the 466 again. So I will look for a short continuation, and so you know what, let's check the 1 hour chart. You can probably, yeah, you see it more clearly here in the 1 hour. See what happened again. This is a short continuation. It didn't confirm yet, it didn't cross, so it might do something like this and then a fall to the downside. So it might push to this nice 200 EMA and then push to the downside, and see the volume probably, as you can see here, this will be an area. You see the selling pressure and the buying pressure here. This is very good, like a retest. This is the break, the first break. This is the retest, and with retest, people will take short position and push the stock lower. Don't want to see the stock market going down, but at the moment, this is what we see. This, guys. Although the 460 is a nice hold, which is nice, but let's see if it can manage to break the 470. So this is it with the SPY. Let's see if we see another thing. No, the 468, 469, and the 470 will be a very strong resistance to break. So in order to break, it will need another push to the downside and then push up. So this is it with the SPY. Let's conclude. Probably managed to move up and then will fall. 460 is a key area for the break to the 455. So let's see what happened. Let's continue with the Qs. I think with the Qs, yeah, we can see this is the 60-minute. You can see it again. This is a short continuation, almost touch, so a little bit, just small red candle. Even if it will be in the pre-market, it will push to the downside. So just remember, the push doesn't mean it can break. It just means it can move even to the 374. If we check the 4-hour chart, it's the same. A lot of volume coming in, a lot of fighting. This is the 200. This is the 388. So even if it push higher, there is a lot of here resistance area. So what we see here, this is the short continuation. This is a moving up. I think it will move down. Market should move down. Let's check the output. So yeah, with the Qs we see another push to the upside, 385 area with a key resistance. Several small reversal at 382 and 385 is a key area for the move to the downside again. So it move up, then probably will push lower. Although with the Qs, it seems to have some strength, which can probably push the market higher. But see what happened if you take 60 minutes, see what happened. Let me draw you a trend line here. See the trend. Basically, if the candle, probably a 2 hours candle, after 2 hours, if it break the 370, 380 even, 379.30, it will push lower. So even if the price will move here to the 384, it can break and then from here it will fall. So we have a nice trend of the 1 hour chart, which is nice, but remember it can fall down, and I think it will reverse and then retest this area again, and there we will see the volume. There will be coming up volume to the push higher, but see this pattern. This is what worries me. Shoulder, head, and if this will be a shoulder. So key area here, which we need to be careful from, and which means the sellers are lurking out probably in the 385. So we need a lot of buyer coming and making some profit to the 385. So if the price will move to the 380, they can move the price up and move all the sellers. Remember, now we are in a downtrend. We are below the 200 EMA, even in the forward chart. See, we are way below, and which is not good. So look for short opportunities. See the trend here. Probably push and then break. Be careful, guys. And let me check. And even if in the longer term it will push, yeah, if it push to the 385, it needs to make a correction and push down, because it will create a short continuation, and it doesn't mean it will break to the 375 again. It will drop and it will push the market lower. Let's move on. Tesla. Let's see how I'm talking 15 minutes just on the SPY and Qs. So with Tesla, let's see what happened with Tesla. The same pattern again, but see, there is no short. This is 98.24, this is 95, this is lower, which is good in a range. But in the longer term, we are in a downtrend. We need to break the price can move to the 1075 area. This area again, from there it can reverse, and let's hope we manage to break the this high, so we will have a break of the pattern. But what I can tell at the moment, that probably the price will fall to the 1040, and if it breaks the 1040, it will fall, let's say, about $10 each move, so it can reach again to the 1000. And in the longer term, because we are in a downtrend, we don't see the power yet, so the price can move to the 1075, can touch it. It will have some problem in the 1060, probably manage to break it and touch the 1075 and fall down. And if we fall down, the possibility for Tesla, I think, is to reach to the 930. So I think the target for Tesla is here, the 930 area. Check if I'm making, yeah, nice. This is the 930. Tesla want to reach this area and again bring the buyers, and from there probably on. And with Tesla moving down, probably Apple will move down. Every big stock will move down. It push the stock market to the downside, which is a good correction. It's the, let's say, between 10% correction from the 1200. It's mean that it's want to reach the 1000 to reach. Probably to reach here again, because you see the small volume here, it doesn't have enough participation. See the gap which needs to be closed here. Tesla like to close gaps. See here it managed to close it. This was end of October. Managed to close it here 2 months later. So this one, the end of December, it will close it to maybe to the end of January, or maybe even 2 weeks from now. So with Tesla, a little bit move to the upside, find some key resistance, and I think it will break to the downside. Again, see the pattern, shoulder, head, shoulder. This is the neck, the shoulders. So it managed to break, failed, managed to break, failed. I think it should fall. I don't want to, but just it needs to make some closing to the gaps, so it can move up to the next level of 1500 Tesla. So this is it for Tesla. Let's see some other stuff. Yeah, MRNA, check it. I started to follow new stocks, so MRNA will reach to the 185. Yeah, it wants to. It can take some time, but it wants to reach to the 185. This is, you see, lower low, higher low, which means that it will reverse. It's okay, it will reverse here and push lower again. It will reach to the 185. I don't know why, but it should. You see it big below the 200 EMA. Yeah, it doesn't have enough power. The push to the upside wasn't too strong. Let's check it. Yeah, even if it will reach to the 220, even if it reach here, it will fall. I hope it will reach here and fall. So some place here, rejected and fall again, once, twice, and this will be from where the buyers will come, and probably consolidation and then push up, because this is the third push of the stock from the 300 here. This is the first push, and this will be the second push, third push, and the last push, the weakest. So let's see. Even though the 200 is a round number, let's see what the stock can do in the shorter time frame. Oh, I need more history. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, there is some buying pressure at the 200. Yeah, it even, you know what, might do even that. But let's see. Check here. Yeah, the possibility even put to the 165 to move lower. Here the toggle. Yeah, it could reach to. This is the area of action. Even though it stopped on the 200, not a big volume here. It just probably move up and then break. This is not a big volume. You see the volume here? So not enough volume. With this has more volume here, and yeah, the 185. So this is MRNA. What else we talk usually? Let's talk Mara. Let's be out. Let's hope. With Mara again, very long time in the downtrend. The key target is 22,670s. It seems that it has a bounce area. Yeah, it should put it downside, manage to bring some buyers from the 40, push up. So this is one leg. Yeah, it should move to the downside. It should move to the down, even though it brings some buyers, probably to push the stock to the 29 area, 30 even. Don't see a reason why it shouldn't. Let's see. Yeah, it brings the buyers from the 28. From the 28, they can push even to the 3050 to here, but probably a lot of seller will push it lower. So let's see. At the moment we are in a downtrend. If it moves higher, it needs to break the 29.10. It needs to break the 29.10. This is the high. Let's see. Yeah, it needs to break it, because if it doesn't manage to break it in the shorter time frame, it will fall again, and if it falls, it will create a red candle below this 28.60, and this will be indication of moving down. So not so good. Let's hope so. So this is from our probably Bitcoin. Which new stock I'm following? Check where I wrote it. I wrote it somewhere. Oh, PTON. Nice. PTON. Let me see what happened with PTON. Guys, this is a big opportunity. This is a big opportunity. This is a big gap. Although I know that PTON moved out from the Nasdaq, from the 100 stocks of the Nasdaq, and push lower. But see, I think we might get opportunity to buy this stock. Very cheap. You know what? Let's go to the weekly. Let's clear it. See what happened. We see this is an area of the 25, 26. For investors, you should start to accumulate stock. You should buy. See the volume. This is a big volume with moving down with a small candle, not a big candle. This is a small candle, so people start to buy, averaging down the price, and we probably above the 40 we'll see a return to the 60, and from the 60 we'll see the return from the 80, and probably the stock will stay at the 80. So this is very extended stock you should follow. Let me see. Yeah, there is a possibility for the stock to do a reversal from the 31.50. From the 31.50, this is the weekly, so let's move to the 60. 31.50 here should reverse to the 34 area, which is a good. Doesn't mean it will take one day, it can take a couple of days. And see the volume. Those are big volumes that will push the stock higher, even though this is a short continuation with the 60 minute. This is moving very try to push higher but failed, so it can move and make a bounce and then move up. This is PTON, and I will want it to move again to the 30.50, 30.60 and bounce. If it managed to bounce and reach again to the 31, I will even consider entering at the 31 with a stop loss at 30, because there is a lots of room to 1 of 2, 1 of 3, even 1 of 4 profit, and in the long term it can reach to the 35, guys. Yeah, to reach to the 35. So this is PTON, and the next stock I wrote to myself, AA. Let's see. Okay, this is in a big uptrend. Let's check the weekly. Here the weekly, this is a very stretch up stock. It's again very high of all, I don't know if all times, but almost 1 years. This is the 20, so see what happened. See the volume here, so we see a big volume at the buying, and started another big volume with this candle. So I start to think that would be a selling pressure. You can see it here. This is the 93.11. This is 93.20, which means this is higher and it's good. What You can see it here, it's already very extended to the upside. On the let's come back to the you know what, daily, and see with the daily. You can see it here. It's want to move to the downside, even if this is moving down, this is moving up. It can make another attempt and then it will fall. It should make another attempt and it touch out go to the 60 minute. It touched once, twice, and it probably, you see the divergence, it will fall. And when it falls, is the target probably 52. Let me check. Let me adjust. Yeah, every move to the upside would create a divergence to the downside with short continuation. So I think it will reach to the 62 area, 62, let me see, 62.20, someplace here, this area, and from there it will move to the downside. But I want to see the target. Let me adjust. So let's see if it's fall below the 60 and I want it to close below the 60, it will fall to the 53. It might take some time. Let's see. Yeah, this area 53.40. Let's draw enter 50. This area, and at the moment it has some power to upside in the longer term. And let me check. Yeah, it has some power to the upside. Move to the 62 and even try to retest, you know what, the 64 again. But we can, the seller is scamming. So it might be a zone for selling. Let's some trend line. This is the trend line. And let's see what happens, because this is a lower low from here. And it didn't manage to break. If it was managed to break this one, it means that the buyers are lurking out. They still have some enough buying power, but maybe they will sell and the stock will fall to the 50. So this is with the AA. Let's see another stock we are following. So with BA, see what every stock did this. It means that the computer has continued control. Only in the after hours managed to push up, but it didn't push above this one. It makes short continuation. So it might spike up and then boom, flash to the downside with big candles. Even though there is a long continuation here at 60 minutes, this creates short continuation. If it won't manage, if it will make a red, if we see just one red here, will cross, and then it's okay, it can cross, and then even if it do a red, it can move up, and then so get ready with this move. Opposite can be that BA starting to be strong now. Guys, let's move to the 4-hour chart, because my prediction in the long term that BA wants to move to the 150, and even though we knew it would bounce from the 208 to the 230, one BA should reach to the 150, but it's not so good for BA if it will reach. This is the main reason why I didn't want BA to reach to the 150, because it will crash the stock and will push all the airlines and I don't know, tourism stocks to the downside, and it's good. We want to see a good market action, but at the moment BA has a nice move, 1, 2, this is the 3 move, 3rd, so we might see a correction and then something like this. This is with BA, you can see it here. It is this one. This is, you see what happened. This is a reversal. The momentum is moving down, it can reverse, so if it breaks, just one red candle, fall, will reverse. And then if it reverse, it will fall here, and if it will fall like this, it will make long continuation, and then to the next target of the 235. So this is with BA, and I think that's it, guys. It's already 37 minutes. So to conclude what we see, most of the stock making the start of the short continuation, but they making it so with starting building momentum to the upside. Even though most of them are below the 200, they are starting to make a momentum to the upside. So we might see at Thursday push to the upside and then reverse, and on the reverse we'll decide if the stock market want to push lower or up. We see the opportunity on both sides. So this is it, guys. Hope you like it. If you like more stocks to make an analyze and prediction, just comment, and see you guys later.